welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH, as we are getting ready for some junior varsity basketball here in the later portions of the evening. Good to have everybody along here from A-Town High School. My name's Wyatt Reed, about to get this one underway here as we are still correcting the scoreboard. My apologies, I had the old score. If you're joining us from the first ball game here this evening, the A-Town Tornadoes varsity girls are able to pick up the win here tonight as they pick up the 45-39 win over Princeville. And now our attention will turn to the JV side of things as kind of a mixing things up here in case you missed it during the varsity contest here this evening. We talked a little bit about why they're doing this because the A-Town girls, they are down to 11 players on their entire roster between the two sides. And you know, you want to get your varsity wins in and not wear your varsity team out going into the JV game. There are some players on the JV side that are were in that ball game, and one that made actually a big impact is out there to take the tip off. Avery Stiegel, she is going to take the tip off as the tip off is won by A-Town, and they'll bring it left to right. So they will start with possession. It's good to have everybody along here, and feel free to get into those comments. The modified version of things here is just the clock. 6 minutes on the clock per quarter, so things going to be a little shorter here this evening. Good to have everybody along, though. Wyatt Reed again on the call here from A-Town High School. I'll see if I can get the starting five here. Only 6 to choose from here, but I got to make sure I get the right ones as Miley Weber has it, kicks it back out. And there we go. Okay, number 12, Tiana Hamilton. Here's Avery Stiegel. Again, Coach talked really well about her just a few moments ago as we talked to head coach Brent Dugan, getting more time in the varsity lineup, and she played an excellent, excellent ball game, rebounding the ball. I thought she was fantastic. Miley Weber kicks it. Stiegel, good ball movement. Right side it goes. Now back out. 5 minutes to go. A-Town again with it. Still haven't taken a shot yet, and that one maybe an early cut to the basket. And it's turned over. Here comes Princeville the other way. Shot goes up and in. That is number 21, Riley Walsh. And Walsh on the board for the first time here today. And the Princes have a 2-0 lead. So the starting lineup, Anna Servin, Tiana Hamilton. Let's see here. Number 21, Avery Stiegel. Number 25, Miley Weber. Those are 4 of them. Who am I missing here? Number 12, Tiana Hamilton, I got her. Anna Servin, got her. 45, that's Corey Anderson. That's who I was missing on A-Town. So that's your starting 5 for the A-Town Tornadoes, who trail it. There's a right wing 3. Tried to get the bank shot in. That's no good. Rebound comes out to Bethany Sennett, and a shot goes up and in. Reagan Calder gets that one to go. And Reagan Calder for 2. I mean, they said 3 on the PA, but I believe that was a 2. And Reagan Calder on the board. A-Town trailing by 4. We're 2 minutes in. 4 minutes to go. Again, the modified JV, a 6-minute quarter. Trying to protect the few girls that A-Town has on their full roster. As it's kicked back out, Corey Anderson. Right side it goes now to Hamilton. Just 6 girls on the JV roster. And again, a few of them you saw in the varsity contest as a whistle. And a timeout is called. Full timeout called by A-Town. We'll take it with them. Back after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. as Coach Dugan pulling double duty here. Head coach Brent Dugan, I thought he kind of took the JV game off and let some of his assistants do the coaching, but that is not the case. He's doing some double coaching duties here, but there's a lot of the girls that are on this JV team that make an impact on the varsity team as well, so that's why Coach Dugan wants to take things over. Here's one of the girls who had an impact on the varsity game. Avery Stiegel kicks it back out. Corey Anderson nearly skipped with it. Tiana Hamilton with it. 3:15 to go here in quarter number one. A-Town still looking for their first basket. Here's Miley Weber. Back out, Tiana Hamilton. There's a left wing three. That's no good. And a rebound fought for. Nice play there for A-Town. And the tie-up will give it to Princeville. 3:04 to go here in our first. 4-0 Princeville with the early lead. If you're just joining us, A-Town varsity with the big win, 45-39. They moved to 17-5 on the season. They'll be back at it on Friday. And again, if the JV will be the second game of the day. So the varsity, if you're wanting to watch the varsity game, tune in 6 o'clock. That'll be the first game of the day on Friday as United comes to town. There's Avery Stiegel making another impact. Taking that one away. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first. Left side to Hamilton. Now to Miley Weber. Corey Anderson gets it to Anna Servin. Anna played a little bit in the varsity game. Not much. Nice pass goes to Miley Weber. Shot goes up, no good as a tie-up. And the possession arrow will give it to the Tornadoes. I barely just got it switched over after the last tie-up we had, and we're going to have to switch it back. Avery Stiegel, the inbounds pass, loses the handle. Scrapping for the basketball, Corey Anderson able to save it. Anna Servin, top of the key. Now Miley Weber, right side. Weber gets it to Stiegel, and a miscommunication. And that is a turnover. Looking for Tiana Hamilton, but the miscommunication there leads to Princeville bringing it right to left in the maroon uniforms. A lot of the girls on the JV roster are on the varsity roster for Princeville as well. Some of the names on both sides. Reagan Calder, who has one of the 2 baskets here for Princeville. Also Sahara Street Matter. Played a lot in that last game. Driving, baseline. Sennett kicks it. There's a 3, I believe, on the way. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, off the hands of A-Town. And that will stay here. 1:21 to go here in quarter number 1. This modified JV ball game here. Good to have folks along here. Bethany Sennett gets the inbounds pass. Back out top. Good ball movement here from Princeville. Coach Dugan talking about in the post-game interview that we did with him, as there's a shot, that's up, no good. And Reagan Calder will go to the free throw line for 2. Coach Dugan talking about how the rust really was evident on the varsity side, and you can kind of say the same for the JV side, with a little bit of rust. As A-Town, 4 or 5 minutes into this quarter, are all still without a point, as the first free throw's up and good for Reagan Calder. She's up to 3 points. Princeville with a 5-point lead. Second free throw for Calder is no good. Rebound goes to Stiegel. 1:05 left here. As Miley Weber with it right side. Servin kicks it back. Inside it goes. Now back out. There's a shot on the way. Tiana Hamilton. That's a 3. And Tiana Hamilton on the board. A-Town is finally able to get some points. And there's a steal. Avery Stiegel coming the other way. That shot up and in, and a foul. Avery Stiegel picking up where she left off in the last ball game. That ties the game with the bucket and one. So she'll have a chance to give A-Town the lead. A little 5-0 burst after a 5-0 run for Princeville to start this game. Free throw, that one's off, no good. A rebound goes to Princeville. Didn't hit the rim, so they have to reset. But boy, Avery Stiegel, I mean, she's going to be another girl to watch here in the future of A-Town. Rebounded it really well tonight against a very tough opponent in Brianna Brody. Driving the baseline, 18 seconds left, a little turnaround shot. That one no good. Offensive rebound, put back. That one somehow goes in. Reagan Calder gets that one to go, and Princeville back up front by 2. 8 seconds to go. Corey Anderson kicks it back out. Anna Servin with 3 seconds left. Shot goes up. Miley Weber at the buzzer, and that is how the first quarter will come to an end. A very competitive first quarter as we go to a break. 7-5 our score. Back after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Our second quarter of action. They've got third quarter up on the board, but it is the second quarter of action about to get underway here at A-Town High School. Or maybe that's the modified version. We play first, third, and fourth. I don't think that's the case. Start of the second quarter, and a steal already for Princeville again. Here they come the other way, and a foul called with 5:51 here. Again, 6-minute quarters if you're just joining us. And that'll send Reagan Calder, who's got 5 points here in this JV contest, back to the line. She misses the first one. As the first foul committed by A-Town. I just realized I didn't keep track of fouls that entire first quarter, so my apologies on that one. This is where I wish I had somebody to run my scoreboard for me. That way I wouldn't have to worry about keeping track of fouls. 0 for 2 from the line for Reagan Calder. Here comes A-Town the other way. Trailed 5-0 to start. Went on a 5-0 run. Princeville got a bucket in the final minute. Stiegel tried to kick it to Corey Anderson. It's tipped and stolen away again. Boy, the rust really in effect here for A-Town here in this first quarter, or this first half. 5:26 left here in the second quarter, I think. Scoreboard still says third quarter. I think we still got 4 quarters. That would really be modified. That one's no good by Emma Trees. And a rebound comes out. Here comes A-Town. Miley Weber kicks it. Gets it to Hamilton. Hamilton had a 3. Nice pass back to Hamilton. Good ball movement here. One of the better possessions A-Town's had. Corey Anderson. Little double team comes. Right side it goes again. Anna Servin. Doubled up. Here's Corey Anderson. Little turnaround shot. That's up no good. 4:50 left here in the quarter as Avery Stiegel steals it away. Now the pass back to Miley Weber. There's a free throw line jumper. Corey Anderson, no good. Offensive rebound. The putback up and in. Avery Stiegel gets that one to go. We're tied 7 apiece. 4.5 to go here in the third. Avery Stiegel has really impressed me here tonight. I mentioned that to Coach, and he definitely agreed. The way she played in the varsity game, as the shot goes up and in for Bethany Sennett. Her first 2 points of the game for Princeville, and Princeville back up by 2. And there's a nice pass, Corey Anderson, trying to get some space. Puts up the shot, no good, but a foul is called, and that will send Corey Anderson to the free throw line. As the foul will be on number 25, Addison Buckley. Addison Buckley did play a little bit there in the varsity game. Reagan Calder played a little bit. Sahara Streetmatter, who hasn't stepped onto the floor, it looks like she's not going to. I could be wrong, but she's got her street clothes on. Second free throw up, that one no good. Tough day at the free throw line here for A-Town, but an offensive rebound for Anna Servin. And a nice pass, Avery Stiegel. Stiegel puts it back up and in. Nice extra opportunity with the offensive rebound by Anna Servin, and the bucket goes up and in. And we're tied at 9. 3:45 to go here in the second quarter. As that one's tipped up near the midcourt stripe, and a whistle and a foul. Anna Servin's going to pick up the foul. 3:40 left. Her third foul. And that is certainly a problem when you're only dealing with 6 players on your roster. So might be dealing with one of those rare instances as the shot goes up. That one's no good. Riley Walsh with the shot. Isn't there a rule where if you foul out and the player still has to play, it's like a technical every time they pick up a foul after that? Isn't that how it goes? Somebody help me out in the chat if you are paying attention and know what the rule would be if a player were to foul out, but the other team doesn't have enough players. As a whistle out of bounds, that's a turnover for Princeville. The roster does tell me that Caden Quinn would be available, I guess, but since she plays so much on the varsity side, I can't imagine that Coach Dugan would try putting her in as well. But you never know. We shall see. Maybe we won't have to worry about that. Maybe Anna Servin will be able to clean up her play here and not commit fouls as the 3 on the way, no good. And her offensive rebound again. Boy, some good offensive rebounding here in quarter number 2. Avery Stiegel back with it. Right wing, there's a 3 on the way for Tiana Hamilton. That one didn't hit the rim. And it's out of bounds. It'll go to Princeville. By the way, sports fans out there, if you're just a sports fan in general, I saw the news break a while ago that Jim Harbaugh going to the LA Chargers for you football fans out there.
I'm right here.
That is one heck of a signing there. LA may have got their guy. But that news broke during the varsity game. Right side it goes to Layla Presley. Now back up top to Emma Trees. Presley's shot, that one might have been partially blocked by Corey Anderson. Rebound comes out. Here's Miley Weber coming the other way. We're tied at 9, under 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. And they finally changed the period on the scoreboard. They had the third period, which had me wondering if we were only playing 3 quarters here in this one. But no, we are playing all 4 quarters, and we're here at the second quarter. Tied at 9. A-Town got off to a very slow start to this ball game, but have since come back and tied it. Right side it goes, Riley Walsh. Back up top to Bethany Sinnott. Free throw line it goes, and a whistle and a tie-up. The possession arrow will go to the Tornadoes. Man, we've had so many changes of the possession arrow. I've been hard to keep track. My apologies there. I've got Princeville on the score bug, but now it goes to Princeville. A-Town actually had the possession arrow. Into the corner, Corey Anderson now back up top, and good ball movement here. Tiana Hamilton with it. Kicks it left wing. There's a 3 on the way for Miley Weber. That's no good. Offensive rebound into the hands of Avery Stiegel. She had it for at least a second. Won't go down as an offensive rebound, but the fight for the offensive rebound. A whistle and a foul is called on Tiana Hamilton with 1 minute exactly here in the first half. 9-9 is our score. The Princeville Princes, as that one's tipped and stolen away. Here's Miley Weber the other way, 1-on-2. She stops. She's going to step back, and the bank shot goes up and in. Miley Weber getting that one to go, and A-Town with a 2-point lead, their first lead of the ball game. Left side, 30 seconds to go. It's Bethany Sennett. Now back up top to Riley Walsh. There's a left wing, that's a 2, excuse me. Up by Emma Trees. Somehow able to save that. That was Reagan Walsh who saved it, but it went right into the hands of A-Town. 15 seconds left here in the half. They'll have a chance to get one more basket before the break. Anna Servin, pump fake. Nice pass, Avery Stiegel. Extra pass, Corey Anderson. 3 seconds on the clock, misses the shot. 1 second left, three-quarter court. That one not going to hit the rim, and that will end our first half. Competitive throughout, both teams battling. 11-9 is our score as we've played 2 quarters in basketball. And at the half, we've got the halftime show, 11-9. When we come back, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live brought to you by MDH. As we are at the half of our JV contest, the final contest of the night. As our varsity contest took place beforehand here this evening. So the varsity and the JV will be switched throughout the rest of the season. And if you're just joining us here, one more time I'll mention the reasoning why. I talked to the athletic director here at A-Town High School, Reed Kelso, and he mentioned that A-Town down to 11 girls. Some of those girls are on the JV side, so they don't want to play the JV game first because they would much rather get the varsity game in and then not wear out some of their players that they lean on. If they were to play the JV game first, maybe Avery Stiegel doesn't have the game that she did in the varsity game. So that was kind of the agreement, and that's the way the rest of the season is going to go for A-Town. They play the varsity games first at 6 o'clock, and then around 7:30 is when the varsity contest will take place. That'll be the rest of the way for the girls' side. Now, the boys' side, as far as I know, is going to be the same. It's going to be JV first and then the varsity, but there's only 2 boys' basketball games left on their season here at A-Town High School that we have to broadcast, which is sad. That's a very talented team as well, but we're coming down the home stretch here of the 2023-2024 season, and some really good playing, really good basketball here at A-Town High School. As the boys, they're kind of hovering around that 500 mark, but they are a very talented team. While you look at the girls' side, it is the Kennedy Quinn show, among others. They're at 17-5 on the varsity side, and they're going to be a fun team to watch and could certainly make a deep run come playoff time. We'll see how that goes, but the JV matchup here, since it is our second game of the day, our JV game is kind of a great defensive battle here. Both teams kind of battling it out on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an 11-9 lead. A-Town does, as they lead Princeville. Let's take a look at the scoring breakdown. Avery Stiegel kind of picking up where she left off after that excellent varsity game. She played some big minutes, rebounded the ball, I thought, really well. She's rebounded the ball really well here as well, but she was able to lead them in scoring. She finishes with 6 first-half points, 3 points for Tiana Hamilton, and 2 points for Miley Weber. On the Princeville side, let me look at their numbers here. Let's see. We've got Reagan Calder leading the way. She's got 5 points. And then it was 2 points for Bethany Sennett and 2 points for Riley Walsh. And that is all the scoring for this one. Obviously with the modifications here, the shorter quarters in this contest. It's only 6-minute quarters, so not as much chances for offense. That's why the scoring numbers may be down a little bit here, but you know, both teams can certainly start hitting shots. We may end up with a barn burner. You never know, but right now it's been a defensive grind them out kind of game, as again our score at the half is 11-9. The A-Town Tornadoes have made their way out onto the floor. Princeville has yet to make their way back out onto the floor. We'll be back at it again. Quick turnaround. A-Town will have a ball game here on Friday as the Tornadoes will take on United. And again, the varsity game will start at 6. The JV game will start after that one, around 7:30. So 17-5, A-Town will come into that one against a Monmouth United team, which let me take a look at their record. And then A-Town will hit the road. Oh, boy, that'll be a really good game here. United comes in at 11-6. So, and they're taking on Anawan as we speak. Don't have a score. If anybody has a score of that game, feel free to send it my way. But they get the win tonight against Princeville, 45-39. They'll play Monmouth United on Friday. And then they'll be back here next Wednesday, a week from today, as they'll be taking on Knoxville in what should be some more great basketball to close out the season. Only 4 more home games remain on the A-Town girls basketball schedule. United on the 26th, the 31st against Knoxville. Rova against, that'll be on the 3rd. Let me see what day of the week that is. That is a Saturday, which that one's been rescheduled twice, thanks to old Mother Nature. So Rova will take on A-Town on a Saturday evening, 6 o'clock, so we'll have to remember that one. And then to wrap up the regular season, the A-Town Tornadoes will take on Anawan. That'll be another game that we have here. Those are the broadcast games left here for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. So once again, it'll be United on the 26th. That is Friday. Knoxville next Wednesday. Next Saturday against Rova. And then the following Wednesday, 2 weeks from today, it'll be against Anawan. That is the 4 remaining games on the TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH schedule for the A-Town Tornadoes. All right, so with that being said, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the second half of action right here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. As we're getting ready for the start of the second half, the A-Town Tornadoes, the JV game after the varsity game went final. Varsity team taking home a 45-39 win against Princeville. Now Princeville will look to at least get a split here tonight. But A-Town now with a 2-point lead after we played 2 quarters of basketball. Let's get ready to go here. Set the scoreboard up. We're ready for the start of this third quarter here. The Princes will start with the basketball, so switch the possession arrow, and boom, here we go. Start of our second half as that one's poked out of bounds off the hands of Corey Anderson. You know, I was thinking, and I finally found out a way to pull up the top 25 here in Class 1A in the state of Illinois for girls basketball, and wouldn't you know it, the A-Town Tornadoes into the polls, ranked at number 17 here in the state. But they've got some big games ahead of them. Got Anawan, I believe, to wrap up the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. Talked about that in the upcoming schedule. Anawan is number 7. As the shot goes up, that one nearly fell in, but a rebound comes out to Tiana Hamilton. Anawan's number 7, and they will face one another at the end of the regular season on February 7th, so make sure you join us for that one. That'll be a doozy. A-Town, who knows, might be higher on the polls by then. There's a jumper from the baseline. That one up no good by Reagan Walsh, and rebound goes out of bounds off the hands of A-Town, and it will be Prince's basketball. I don't see any more ranked teams on the schedule for A-Town. As a nice inbounds pass and a nice play on the inbound. That's Addison Buckley laying that one up and in. And Addison Buckley ties this one up. We're tied at 11. And a turnover the other way, so A-Town still dealing with some rust here. Been dealing with the rust in the early portions of this ball game. Had a couple of flashes at one point, but have since gone back to those rusty ways, which Coach Dugan not exactly the most pleased as the shot goes up no good, and the rebound comes out to Princeville. They've got another chance. Back up top, Reagan Calder, free throw line. Now to Bethany Sennett. Baseline jumper on the way. That one no good by Riley Walsh. Another rebound offensively for the Princes. And it will be A-Town basketball after the tie-up. Steve asking in the comments section what West Central is ranked. Let me see if I can pull that back up. I had the polls here just a moment ago. Steve, inbound or baseline pass. Now back out top. That's a 2 on the way, and it's up and good for Miley Weber. Miley Weber just outside the free throw line, just inside the three-point line. A-Town back in front. They lead 13-11. I'll get that answer for you here, Steve, maybe after the third quarter, but I am in the process of trying to pull that up for you. As Princeville with it, moving right side. Back into the corner it goes to Calder. Reagan Calder, she leads Princeville with 5 points. Very low scoring affair here, but with 6-minute quarters, that's got a lot to do with it. Calder with the shot, that one's up no good. And that'll be another free throw trip for Reagan Calder. Let me see if I can pull this up here. I've got the top 25 in front of me. Doesn't look like West Central is ranked there, Steve. Galena's the number 1 team in Class 1A. Illini Bluffs, who A-Town beat in the Beardstown tournament, they are number 4. Anawan's number 7. Weathersfield, who A-Town played earlier this year, they're at number 9 as the free throw no good. A-Town does have the 13-11 lead. My scoreboard a little slow to update here. 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Right side, Avery Stiegel. That's thrown away. Coming away with it is Bethany Sennett. 1-on-2 the other way. She turns around, and she thought she had some teammates running with her, and nobody was running with her, so she travels with it. A-Town coming in. Oh, West Central. My apologies, Steve. They are ranked. I was looking for West Central, and they have Biggsville West Central. So that's why I missed it. Biggsville West Central is coming in ranked at number 18. And they play A-Town next week. Corey Anderson, double team. Miley Weber, left elbow. That's up and good again. Miley Weber's hit her last 2 shots. And A-Town with a 15-11 lead. So my apologies again, Steve. Says they beat Anawan in the conference championship game. Yeah, that probably helped them up to number 18. A-Town won their 2 games in the Lincoln Trail Conference tournament. Finished, I believe, 5th place. Free throw line jumper on the way. Bethany Sennett is able to bank that one in. And the Princes are back to within 2 as a whistle and a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. But, boy, that really will tighten up the schedule here for A-Town. A-Town beat Elmwood earlier in the year, I believe, too. Elmwood's ranked number 21. And didn't A-Town beat Havana earlier this year? Havana comes in ranked number 25. I think they played. Yeah, they did. A-Town won that game. So A-Town's got some tough competition down the stretch. They got West Central ranked number 18. That'll be next week. That is next Monday night in Biggsville, by the way. Then they've got another ranked opponent against Anawan. And I think that's the last of the ranked teams for A-Town. Everybody's tough down the stretch, though. It's always fun watching late season basketball, especially when A-Town's as good as they've been. There's another right wing 3, and there she is again. Miley Weber. She's got 7 points here in this quarter alone, and now A-Town has a 5-point lead. Miley Weber's hit her last 3 shots in a row. As it goes right side. Reagan Walsh picks up the dribble. That is tipped and nearly stolen away. Did go over, but over the timeline, but since it was tipped, that is still a clear, still the Prince's possession, and a foul is called, and Reagan Calder, I believe, will go back to the line. Anna Servin just picked up her 4th foul, so we might have to find out what that rule is here, dealing with small rosters. Good games coming up indeed, Steve. I'm excited. We might have that. I don't think we do broadcast West Central basketball here on TSSR. I'd have to look, see if we're planning on being at that one. A whistle and a lane violation. First free throw was good. That second one does not count. So it's 18-14. Minute to go. So Calder now with 6 points. As it goes right side, Miley Weber gets it to Avery Stiegel. Back out, Weber, another shot, baseline. That one no good, can't go 4 for 4. Stiegel had it, but fell down. And a rebound goes to Princeville. 35 seconds to go. Anna Servin tries to take that one away. Man, look at the body of work that A-Town has put together here this season. It has been unbelievable. They've got talent up and down this roster. And they're still young. Only 1 senior on the roster, so everybody will be coming back in 2024-2025. 13 seconds to go. That one is turned over. And now A-Town with another chance to get a basket just before the end of the quarter. But here comes Reagan Calder the other way after the steal. Lays that one up and in. That'll make it a 2-point ball game as we go to the 4th quarter. Boy, a switch in momentum there. Reagan Calder with the basket just before the buzzer. She's got 8 points. We got a 2-point game. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Start of our fourth quarter, about to get underway. The A-Town Tornadoes hanging on as Princeville, just like they did in the varsity game here earlier, they are just not going anywhere. 6 minutes on the clock, the modified JV game due to lack of bodies on the A-Town side. Start of the fourth quarter. And a turnover by Princeville to start things off. Here's Avery Stiegel running the fast break. She misses the shot. Rebound comes out to Bethany Bennett. Five and a half to go here in the fourth. There's a baseline pass. Nice open look. That one's no good by Emma Trees. And Trees able to get the rebound back. And Princeville will reset, trailing by 2. They've trailed most of the last 2.5 quarters as another steal. Tiana Hamilton puts up a shot. That one's no good. And the rebound's tipped out of bounds off the hands of Princeville. Calhoun was ranked too, and A-Town beat them. My goodness, I just keep looking at this top 25, and A-Town's beat a lot of them. Shot no good by A-Town. A rebound comes out. There is Calder, a free throw line jumper. That one no good. And the rebound comes out to the Tornadoes. Yeah, I didn't realize Calhoun was ranked. They're ranked number 16, right ahead of A-Town. Steal. Princeville coming 2-on-1 the other way. Ball goes to Cameron Smith. And they're going to set up Calder with another shot. That one tried to bank it in. That one just a little to the right side. Emma Trees, though, gets the offensive rebound. Tried to get it to the baseline. That is tipped out of bounds. Addison Buckley looking for the pass. 4:23 to go here in the fourth. 2-point ball game. Low-scoring affair. As the inbounds pass comes out to Trees, now right side, back to Calder. Calder, the leading scorer here in this one for Princeville. She's got 8 points. There's Trees, right elbow shot, that's no good. Rebound is tipped right back into the hands of Bethany Sennett. That'll give the Princes another chance to reset. Trying to go inside, that's tipped out of bounds. 18-16 our score. That was our score at the end of our third quarter. 3:55 to go here in the fourth. Inbound comes out to Reagan Calder. And the Princes will reset their offense once again. Emma Trees nearly lost it out of bounds. And a double team comes. Losing the handle is Riley Walsh. A-Town's able to save it from going out of bounds. And here come the Tornadoes the other way. There's Miley Weber, right? Or excuse me, that is Tiana Hamilton. Now it goes to Miley Weber. 3.5 to go here in the fourth. Right side, Tiana Hamilton gets it back to Weber. Weber got 9 points here in the game. 7 here in the second half. Coming up on 3 minutes to go, Anna Servin kicks it back. Miley Weber, that's a 2, and that one's up and good. Miley Weber's got another one. She stays hot, and the lead is up to 2 possessions. It's a 4-point lead, 2:50 to go here in the fourth. There's Calder, loses the handle, back up top. There's a three on the way. That's no good by Sennett. Hit the top of the backboard. Finally falls into the hands of the Tornadoes. Avery Stiegel, boy, she's been rebounding the ball really well here tonight. As we've got 2.5 minutes left here in the fourth. Back up top to Weber. Cross court goes to Hamilton. Hamilton turns, gets it to Weber. Good ball movement. Corey Anderson puts up the close bunny shot. That one's no good, but it goes out of bounds off the hands of Princeville. And a substitution, something we haven't said much here in this game. Layla Presley will check in for Princeville. She comes in for Emma Trees. Stiegel gets it to Anderson. Now over to Weber. Right side to Tiana Hamilton, now to Weber. Avery Stiegel, back to Weber, left wing three again! She's got another one! Miley Weber's got 14 points. And A-Town with their biggest lead of the ball game, they lead by 7. 23-16. It's a 5-0 run to start the fourth quarter here. 1:40 to go here in the fourth. Calder gets it right side. Now to Presley. Left side, it goes to Sennett. Back up top, Reagan Calder. Up top, a free throw line jumper, just a little farther from the free throw line by Calder. No good. Rebound comes out, and A-Town will have it with 1:15 left. Stiegel now to Servant. Right side back to Weber. She has got 14 points after having 2 in the first half. We're at 1 minute to go here. 7-point game. We'll see. Neither team is fouled, so be a long good way to go here if you're going to play the foul game. Looks like Princeville might just be trying to play tighter defense, and if you foul, okay. If not, that's okay too. 40 seconds to go. That one, Anna Servin loses the handle, but it was tipped. So A-Town will keep possession. And barring any fouls, this might be the last possession of the ball game here. Weber gets it to Anna Servin. Right side, there's a 2 on the way for Tiana Hamilton, no good. Offensive rebound again goes to Avery Stiegel. Her great night continues. Speaking of a great night, how about another one? How about another for Miley Weber? They say that one was a 2. I marked it as a 3. And the shot goes up, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. That is going to do it. Let us fix the final score here. Final score in this one. A-Town Tornadoes picking up a 9-point win. It was a great defensive contest, but the defense really held strong for A-Town there in the fourth quarter as they outscore the Princes 7-0 and win this one 25-16. We'll wrap this one up and wrap up the night right after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. We are wrapping things up here from A-Town High School. The final score here in the JV contest. as the A-Town Tornadoes picking up a 9-point win, 25-16. Not the best offensive performance for either side, but both defenses forcing turnovers. Kind of a combination of the defenses and also just the offenses and the fact that they haven't been on the court all that much, dealing with Mother Nature causing problems. Last time these girls were out on the floor, most of them probably played on Saturday, and well, at least the A-Town girls did, playing in the Lincoln Trail Conference basketball tournament. But a lot of these JV girls didn't get the chance to play, maybe Stiegel and a couple of others, but that was kind of it. It's been a long time since these JV girls have gotten the chance to get out onto a basketball court, with Mother Nature being the way she's been the last few days. And, a little bit of rust, but that shows, and you got to kick off the rust, and you'll take the win no matter what. The JV side for A-Town making it a 2-0 night for A-Town. They win this one 25-16, and it was Miley Weber in the second half. She put on a show. She had 2 points as we went into halftime, and then she just started chucking up shots, and all of them fell. It felt like not all of them. She did miss a couple, but not very many. She finishes this ball game with 16 points to lead the way. Out of the 25 points, you'll take that every single time. Avery Stiegel, again, we can't say enough good things about her here tonight. She is, I believe, just a sophomore. She's just a sophomore, and she played unbelievable in the varsity game. She had some good rebounds. She played really, really well here in this varsity game. She got some good rebounds as well. Finishes with 6 points to have the second most points on the team. And then the only other player to score for A-Town in this one was Tiana Hamilton. She had 3 points. Steve, we appreciate you. Thanks for getting into the comment section here tonight. He says thanks for the broadcast anytime, at least when A-Town is at home, that is, which our days are numbered here in the basketball season, which is very sad to say, but we've got more basketball coming up for you on Friday. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Let's break down the scoring real quickly here for Princeville. Only 16 points, not really a ton to talk about here, but Reagan Calder leads the way with 8 points, 4 points for Bethany Sennett, 2 points for Riley Walsh, and 2 points for Addison Buckley. That is your scoring breakdown here from A-Town High School. Again, A-Town coming away with the 25-16 final score. And again, a quick turnaround, which might be a good thing. You're dealing with all that weather, all that stuff you were dealing with earlier this week. A-Town will be right back at it again here on Friday night as they will take on a Monmouth United team, which, they're not ranked, but they are a very good ball club. They come in 11-6. They're playing Anawan right now, but boy, that could be a really good ball game here. And the Tornadoes certainly going to have to bring their A game. They're going to have to bring their A game no matter what down the stretch. They've got a lot of tough games. We talked about that during the broadcast. So many great teams, ranked teams on the schedule. And again, United's not ranked, but they certainly would have an argument, with the season that they're having. But they take on United on Friday night, and then next Monday, they will take on West Central. That'll be a ranked matchup, 17 versus 18. That will be in Biggsville. I don't know if we have the broadcast of that one. I don't know if we do West Central. I don't believe we do for TSSR, but if we do, or if the boss man says, hey, can you go do that game, maybe I will. We'll see. We'll see how the night plays out. But still a lot of things to work on if that is indeed the case. But that is Monday in Biggsville. Our next TSSR broadcast after Friday will be next Wednesday, a week from today, against Knoxville. Knoxville's not ranked, but always a tough fight, no matter if they're ranked or not. And then they've got DCMHS. That's Deer Creek Mackinac, who's 22-1 coming into that one. That'll be on the road, so I don't know if that's not a conference game. That's a non-conference game. Deer Creek Mackinac, that's a 2A. That's the number 4 team in 2A. So that's going to be a real good test there for A-Town. That is scheduled for, that is February 1st. So right after Knoxville, they go right back to Deer Creek Mackinac. And then next Saturday against Rova, that will be a good one. Stark County Then that following Monday on the road, and then Anawan wraps up the regular season 2 weeks from today here at A-Town High School. And Anawan, as we sit right now, number 7 in the state. So a lot of tough competition is ahead for the A-Town Tornadoes, and for the home games at least, we will be here covering it as the season winds down. It's been an absolute blast broadcasting this one. Once again, our final score here in the JV game. The A-Town Tornadoes take a 25-16 win. The varsity game earlier tonight, the A-Town Tornadoes also taking a win. So a 2-0 night for A-Town. We'll be back on the air here on Friday from A-Town High School. Until then, for our wonderful camera girl, Alyssa, my name's Wyatt Reed. Thanks for watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.